Well, good evening, everybody. It was such a great MLK Day for me. I'm just back at my apartment, relaxing and getting ready to cook and stuff like that. But I just really wanted to do a quick recap of, how Martin Luther King Day, the memory and of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And the impact that he had on America and being the man that he was. And today, of course, if you watch the coverage from our team Demo Row, we were in the streets all covering LA for MLK Day. Los Angeles, they canceled. Is a has huge celebrations for MLK Day. Always they had a parade. Usually have the Kingdom Day parade. It's televised. It's huge here in the Los Angeles area, and it's broadcasted all over the place. It's been shut down for 2 years, but it sure hasn't stopped the spirit of and the energy of celebrating such a great man. Leimert Park was filled today. I was there. They were doing had free COVID testing. It was a beautiful day where you could just drive through. Didn't even have to get out of your car, and they gave away free 15-minute rapid tests for whoever was in the car that wanted it. I certainly took advantage of it by standing in line, which I asked them. I needed to see my mother in the rest home, and I was granted to stand in line and get a free rapid 15-minute test that I had been desperately seeking through, going through the CVS's and all, whatever the cities to try to find a test. But anyways, and I did get a chance to talk to a couple of vendors there, and I talked to the people that ran there, and such great people. Everyone that I interviewed today was all about service, and that is the central message of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I know that would be, was raised in the 60s. I was a child in the 60s. I certainly was affected. I was post-Vietnam. I certainly remember it was just a troubling time for America with the uprisings and the assassinations, of course, of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And also I lived through the death of President John F. Kennedy, as well as, the assassination of Bobby Kennedy. But when it comes to Dr. Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement, he was such a leader and stuff like that. And that's why today that we celebrate. Years later, we in honor of the legacy of Dr. King, like we have service day and stuff like that. But I was just having a little debate with my good friend Anthony Anderson about Dr. Martin Luther King was special because it for people like Dr. King, what he did, in the '60s, and what drove him, his mission to go out there to do and be who he was. It was really never for him about service because it was something that was deeper, which was more of a calling. And not everybody has that calling. It's almost like a divine. I can't even put it to words. And it's rare when I'm lost for words. But it's something that just is. It's something that is a natural, instinctual thing that drives us to do what we do. And in this case, Martin Luther King, years after studying it, he was all about service and, of course, standing up for the blue collar, everyday man fighting for equality and stuff like that. But anyways, I don't want to preach because I can go on and on and on with history because I'm such a nerd about history and especially Black history and especially, the California landscape of what we do here. And as far as Los Angelinos, what a great day. I was just looking at my notes here. They had COVID testing at, free in the car at the 43rd. What else is over here? The Hope Clinic on Harvard was also giving out free vaccinations today. Because we couldn't have a parade. And then, of course, at 11 o'clock, there was a caravan. They didn't have parade, but there was a caravan, I believe, somewhere around, probably the Harriet Tubman area. I have it jotted down, but I can't remember anything. But with that being said, I just had a great time covering Martin Luther King Day. I hope you guys all had a really good day, and I know we're all kind of partying and we're getting ready to eat some supper and stuff like that. And but with that being said, I kind of I like to was asking people today their memory, their favorite quote or memory of Martin Luther King and what Martin Luther King meant to us, me, you, anyone. And I have a couple of great quotes here that I wanted to really share. And I think speaking of Anthony, I just brought him up, but this is one of his favorite quotes, and this is, of course, if you haven't heard the audio of Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech, the whole audio, just spectacular speech. It really was, and I want to know if that I'm not really too sure that was all written down, because I think then again I don't know. But I have to do a little bit more research. But this is taken out of that quote, and I'm going to go ... The sons of I have a dream. He had a dream of a day where he could see that the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit together at the table of brotherhood. That was Anthony's favorite quote. And I'm going to get to a couple of others. Of course, a couple of the vendors shared theirs. But these are my favorite quotes. And I really do believe that this is his one line is just, this one just really sticks with me, is that he said, quote unquote, "I decided to stick with love." Less energy than hate. That's what he was saying. And I'm going to leave you with this last quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on this beautiful MLK Day before I go and do some cooking. But this quote is my all-time favorite MLK quote. If you really study his work and his life, and leaving you off with this, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his quote when he uttered these words: "Forgiveness is not an occasional act." And with that being said, you go out there and you just perform some type of service and enjoy your family and go out there and be nice to each other. Anyways, this is James Parada with Demerara. A little tired, but I'm still celebrating MLK here at the Protel, California. I'll see you probably tomorrow. Not sure where I'm going to be. Happy MLK Day. God bless you. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.